Road as well. That was about 2 days ago that was reported. But this week, yes, they did shut down the Lagos airport. A lot of people were asking, okay, why Lagos? The people you are complaining about or you have issues with, why don't you go to Abuja? You know, I mean, also people complain about, we're not the ones that are causing ASU strike. Why do we always have to pay for the sins of our leaders? You know, so this week, that was, I'm sure, if I were traveling... I
tried to argue that with Kibuge, I think on one of the days, this nonchalance that most Nigerians seem to have when it comes to issues that don't directly affect them. Like, you remember during the NSAS period, this was the same kinds of concern. Why are they blocking the roads? Why are they not allowing us go? Because it's not directly affecting you. It's the same thing now with the students. They are blocking, but the argument I gave was, I feel it's part of the reasons why we're here. Because people feel like it is not my business yet. It doesn't quite touch me. It is not, my children are not in universities, or my children have graduated, or my children are in private school. So as to they can be on strike forever, it's not my business. So when they are protesting, they should take their protest one side. So we don't usually show like a united front or a national concern. You know, so it's like your problem, deal with it your way.
It is just that if whatever protest or whatever we're doing will affect those people who put us in this situation, but it's often the people that say that it's because we're always the ones bearing this brunt.
Because if you get more people to talk about it, if more people are angered, aggrieved by the consequences of these protests and the blocking of the roads, more people will talk about it, and perhaps it will get to the ears of those involved quicker.
You use the word perhaps. What if it doesn't?
Perhaps, exactly.
What if it does?
And it doesn't feel like it does.
What if it does? I mean, you could.
And I had to suffer, incalculable damage for these.
This story is in the news. There's no how you say it doesn't, because almost every single newspaper carried how the airport was blocked. You know, so it's spreading. It wouldn't have gotten the same attention if they grouped themselves in some park somewhere and were singing solidarity songs. It would probably not make the kind of headlines that it did, because it disrupted the activities. I'm not saying it's the best way. I'm saying for them, they feel like it is a strategy to get people involved in their plight. It might be their own personal problems, but in a way, it is for the Nigerian tertiary institutions that they are, putting up a fight.
I don't think it's a personal problem. So maybe we should establish that. It is a national problem. It's a problem that affects all of us. So whether you have a child in the university or you do not have a child in the university, it affects you. If you understand
some way or the other,
it does affect everyone. So we should understand it that way. But my argument is that we can protest, without disrupting the lives of other people who probably were not even, involved in this struggle. Really, that's one of the arguments that I have. I mean, we can protest, we can stop, traffic and allow people that are going to be able to pass or something. Some people's livelihood are dependent on this one, and it probably will also affect them. But anyway, protest, has no face than to stop whatever is moving.
At least Nigerian protest.
Get attention.
Yes.
I mean, that's the way we do ours here. But the question of why Lagos, I won't say why Lagos, I'll say why Lagos alone. I would have expected that we move beyond Lagos, not just Lagos. So it doesn't look like some people wanted to be, because they're already spinning, different theories around the Lagos. They said it's a rehash of NSAS. It's to attack Tinubu and what they have done in Lagos. Yeah, and they made it political. That why don't they go to Abuja? Why don't they go to the airport in Abuja? Why not the Aso Rock? Why not National Assembly? Why just Lagos? So, but for me, I would have said NANS should spread this protest beyond Lagos.
I think they have other activities. It was in the news yesterday and the day before that they threatened. I don't know how much of a threat that is really, if they can't make it come through, that they're going to stop campaigns from happening from the 28th. And campaigns will not only happen in Lagos. Campaigns will mostly be happening at the center. Exactly. Yes. So I don't think, maybe it's people who are just trying to discredit them, they're trying to make it political, but from what I see, it seems like they just want to get the attention of government to the tune of calling off the strike.
And it's good. And the president must feel this thing.
But we also talked about the fact that, this case is in court now. So perhaps are they putting the cart before, the
Cats before the horse.
Cats before. Yes, are they doing what they ought to have done in the beginning before it all even became a court thing where we have to wait for the court at this point? So
the court issue had complicated this matter. I was discussing with young people here this morning. It has put the cog in the wheel of progress of this matter. In the first instance, because they've gone to get interlocutory injunction, they are appealing that interlocutory injunction. The substantive case has not been heard
yet. You know.
So that's where we are going to stay.
But the federal government says this is not that they are still going to negotiate.
Actually, it is possible to pull it off the court to say, okay, we're not coming to court anymore. We want to go and deal with this out of court. So I think this also lies on. Depends on what Benjamin will discuss with the president at the end of the day, and then they can probably just withdraw this case from the court, ask Bigay to withdraw his case, because he said it's not federal government, his case from the court, and so that they can face the federal government and negotiate. This thing will end on the table, not in the court. Because I don't know the rationale behind forcing teachers to go back to classrooms when they have not received salary for 7 months and the issues have not been resolved, and then you say you go back to classroom.
Yes, I think it was Oshodeke that said something. Let me quote him. If the court forces the Nigerian academics, say, go and teach against your will, just like the court forcing a doctor to go and treat a patient against your will, how many of you will go and meet that doctor?
Yeah, I mean, he said so. I heard him, and it's the truth. The thing is, we may not know the extent of the damage that we will do to the students if they go back to classrooms.
On the other hand, was it yesterday that somebody put up a post of the First Lady congratulating her son and
daughter-in-law? Yeah, people are saying.
See, when our leaders, at least you can pretend you care. You can pretend you care. There are just certain things I feel, don't post now. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be on the public platform to congratulate.
But the lady graduated
from a foreign university. There are people here who
Is she the reason why we are?
I mean, it was just a congratulation.
I think they should have just doing a whisper. 7 months, our own people have been here.
Was it not the same thing when Bajabamila took a picture, a selfie in the class he was? I think it was in Harvard. While the strike was just about, I think, 2 months or 3 months.
Can they at least pretend that they care?
They should not pretend. We know who they are.
They are incapable of it. I think they're incapable of.
We know what they can.
Trying to.
People are described as insensitive.
Very insensitive.
But the truth is,
I think it was very insensitive.
The young. I mean, I kept asking people, how many of us here will have the opportunity of going to study abroad, and then we choose to stay in UI?
Yes, but that's because of the situation of things. That's because of the rot here.
You see, it is not... people are angry not because it's just any Nigerian.
Yes.
But it is someone who is affiliated to the president.
And he has... Her father sent her to school.
Well, she has affiliations to the president nonetheless. And the president is the one on whom the solution to all these problems lies.
How would this feel for someone who's been at home for 7 months, saying they should have... That's what they should be thinking.
I agree with you. I'm not holding any brief for them. I agree with you. It's insensitive, actually. It is insensitive.
So insensitive. It's very...
They don't say
they could have done without posting pictures, really.
They just put a call across, yes.
Exactly.
But they had to show it off.
We don't need to know.
It's a first class.
There's no reason for us to know.
It's a first class in agriculture, something. The world has to.
What do I need to know, really?
She posted it on her page. Now you're the one that went to see.
But the reason why we're following her is because of her space, her capacity, her whatever. Anyway, this week also was I think it was Premium Times that did a report about food prices being at the highest level ever in the country. It's worst food inflation in 17 years.
I wouldn't.
Are we? So I
am not though. I get palpitations anytime I have to go to buy food stuff, because every single time there's 100 or 150 naira higher, amount than what you bought the last time.
A bag of rice, local or foreign, that sold for about 7,000 naira around 2016 has jumped to as high as 30,000 naira to 36,000 naira per 50 kg for some brand. A sachet of tomato that used to sell for 50 naira now sells for as high as 150 or 200 naira. I was looking at, was it mackerel or fish? There was one they did about.
I wanted to just go there. That's the easiest one. Like one piece of fish that used to sell for 400 naira. Let's not even go 2016. That's too far. 2020. Now sells for 1,000 naira or 1,200 naira. And I don't need the report to tell me this one. I monitored the increase as it was going like that, and very soon people will be,
egg that was 700 naira. I remember when egg was still like
a crate, Abby.
Yes. Now it's a 2,200.
You know now.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, exactly. My goodness.
So the question then is, how do people survive?
Yeah.
How do people who earn the minimum wage survive? Because
Chacha,
for some people,
this question every time you ask this question.
Because I think we can even say, okay, we work, we have jobs, we earn a let's say decent, almost decent salary.
They don't eat what you eat.
What do they? But more than they want to buy
minimum wage.
They don't eat egg. They don't eat fish because these things are
egg for what?
Wow.
How?
So what do they eat? They just eat.
You don't want to find out. I think we go for a break.
Okay,
yes.
Well, you know what, Aaron?
She doesn't have to know.
When you are buying, you don't want people behind me to know that you don't have money for this. So just for me, rice 15 naira. Okay, we'll go on a short commercial break. We have something in store for you. There's a gentleman who was actually driving from Nigeria to Dakar
on a road trip. Yeah,
that's goals for me. I love road trips. So I mean, I'm sure you'd be excited to hear his experience on that one. So we'll be back with that after this. Don't go away.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Chauffeur máa tú ẹ̀jọ̀. Mo ń tọwọ́ mi jọ. Ṣó ń dùn mọ́ ẹnu? Ó ń dùn mọ́ mi nú. Happy toilet cleaner. Yéèpà. Ọgbọ̀n náírà péré ni. Chauffeur máa tú ẹ̀jọ̀. Mo ń tọwọ́ mi jọ. Ṣó ń dùn mọ́ ẹnu? Ó ń dùn mọ́ mi nú. Happy toilet cleaner. Yéèpà. Ọgbọ̀n náírà péré ni. Ó ń dán gidi gan kì í ṣe rọ́. Kì í ṣe rọ́. Da díẹ̀ fọ́ díẹ̀ flush lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ó ga jù àmọ́ adán. Kò ní sí kòkòrò àrùn. Á dùn mọ́ ẹnu. Ó dùn mọ́ ẹnu. Chauffeur máa tú ẹ̀jọ̀. Ó yá ṣàṣà lọ ra ojúlówó happy toilet cleaner tuntun tó wà nínú sáchẹ́ẹ̀tì kí tọ́lẹ́tì yín lè mọ́ ní ìlọ́po 10. Ó ń fọ tọ́lẹ́tì mọ́ gidi gan. Owó ẹ̀ sì mọ́ níwọ̀nba. Torí náà máa fa àkókò ṣòfò. Tètè lọ ra happy toilet cleaner ọlọ́gbọ̀n náírà tiẹ̀ kó o sì rówó púpọ̀ tùjọ.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day. No matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love. You show me love.
For a very long time, I was in a toxic relationship with my partner. I kept making excuses. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe I need to refresh. Maybe I should log out and log in again. Maybe I need to go out and climb that tree. And maybe it's just bad. But not anymore, because I found the perfect partner. MTN Broadband. With its reliable and wide coverage, no more maybes, just goals. So, hashtag MTN Broadband and I for life. Hashtag relationship goals.
MTN Broadband. Get yours today and enjoy internet bliss. Visit any MTN store to get yours now or visit www.mtn.ng/broadband. MTN Broadband. Data that's got you covered.
Milo!
When the world looks at my child, they just see an energetic 8-year-old. But I see more. My Lucy is going to become captain of our school volleyball team, keep excelling in class, and do great things one day. I see a champion. So when I give her Milo with her breakfast every day, it's all part of waking up that champion in her.
Don't just wake up your child. Wake up the champion in her. Let Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa help wake up the champion in your child every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Ọ̀rẹ́ wa, ǹjẹ́ nǹkan wà tó lè mú ọ tayọ ju àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ rẹ lọ bí? Èkíní, tẹra mọ́ iṣẹ́ tí o yàn láàyò. Èkejì rẹ̀ ni pé kí o jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ rẹ kí o fi ọ́ hàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ tí yóò tayọ láwùjọ. Pabambarì rẹ̀ ni kí o wá olùrànlọ́wọ́ tó ṣe é fọkàn tán, èyí tí yóò di ọwọ́ rẹ mú láti fà ọ́ sókè lọ sí ibi gíga. Fi ọkàn rẹ balẹ̀. A wà fún ọ láti bá ọ rin ìrìn àjò èyí tí yóò sọ ọ́ di olókìkí láwùjọ. Jọ̀wọ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lónìí ní ilé-iṣẹ́ Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers. Pè wá sórí aago 01-271-6000. Kàn sí wa ní Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers lónìí kí a bá lè ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́ láti fẹ̀yìntì lọ́nà tó dára lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la. Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers, ẹgbẹ́ ti Standard Bank Group.
Ibuka capsule dúró dìgbì. Ní gbogbo ìgbà tí rọra bá fẹ́ fara rọ. Tírí ìwà ṣe ló máa gbá wọlé. Fún ẹ̀fọ́rí àbí ibà. Ìrora yóò tó lè jẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ tẹríba fún Ibuka. Ìdí nìyẹn tí mo fi máa ń gbèrè nígbà gbogbo.
tó dúró digbí pẹ̀lú rẹ nígbà gbogbo bó ṣe ń gbìyànjú láti mú àlá rẹ ṣẹ káyé lè dára ó sì máa dára. Lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta tí ara rẹ kò bá dá, yà lọ rí dókítà rẹ o. Shalina Healthcare Limited ló ń ṣalágbàtà ẹ̀. Ibucap capsule ó wà pẹ̀lú rẹ nígbà gbogbo.
Football's biggest season is here, and DSTV is the stadium with all the action. Enjoy every single match from the FIFA World Cup, the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the UEFA Europa League, and the UEFA Champions League. That's all the stars from around the world in every competition that matters. Get DSTV HD decoder, dish plus 1 month compact subscription now for 12,000 naira only, and be part of sports' biggest stadium. Only on DSTV. T's and C's apply.
When you wake up in the morning before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Give your family a tasty, nourishing breakfast of Kellogg's cereal, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. Now also available for just 50 naira.
Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
kéré o ẹgbẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìwòsàn àti ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìpéye àgọ́ ara Association of Clinical and Academic Physiotherapists of Nigeria ACAPIN náà sọ fún gbogbo wa pé àkójọpọ̀ àwọn onímọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ àti ìpàdé gbogbogbò ọlọ́dọọdún ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹfà rú rẹ̀ 6th Scientific Conference and Annual General Meeting yóò tún wáyé o ní ọjọ́ kẹwàá títí di ọjọ́ kẹyìnlá nínú oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2022 yìí ní gbọ̀ngàn Emeritus Professor Theophilus Ogunlesi tó ń bẹ níwájú UCH nílùú Ìbàdàn. Àkòrí títọ́dún ìlà pè ní ìpẹ̀ka ètò ìlera nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà fún aláìlera àti àwọn tó ń fúnni nílera àgọ́ ara àti àwùjọ ní gbogbogbò. Nínú àpéjọpọ̀ yìí àǹfààní ńlá kan wà ń bẹ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin olókoòwò pátápátá jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ẹ láǹfààní àti kópa tàbí láti darapọ̀ nípa pípolówó ọjà yín àti àwọn ohun tẹ́ ń ṣe níbi ìpàdé gbogbogbò yìí. Torí ẹ láǹfààní àti bá ogunlọ́gọ̀ èèyàn pàdé tí ó sì jẹ́ kí ọrọ̀ ajé yín àti okòwò yín kó tún rí gọ́gọ́ sí. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ lè pe Dr. Adéṣọlá Ọ̀dọ́lé sórí nọ́mbà yìí
070-168-64800
tàbí Olúṣọlá Awóníyì sórí 090-7356-6100. Gbogbo yín pátá la pè o.
In a world where almost every corner is a mechanic workshop, only one thing separates the professionals from the, well, non-professionals, and that's quality training. At Auto Clinic Academy, we're a NAPTEB accredited training center. We cater for existing mechanics that want to upgrade their knowledge and people that want to become mechanics or come into the industry. We have structured trainings for every category of persons. Our curriculum focuses on 60% practical and 40% theory with internship opportunities, while adopting the best practices from Europe and North America. And our faculty includes seasoned professionals that will impact both hard and soft skills in a serene learning environment. We are currently admitting students into various courses such as automotive appreciation, automotive service management, and automotive technology. We are located at 21 Adenuga Street, Bodija, Ibadan. Give us a call on 0809-990-7666. Email academy@autoclinicng.com. Auto Clinic Academy. Knowledge for safe and profitable motoring.
In my 25 years of practice as an obstetrician, I get asked a lot of questions from expectant and pregnant mothers. One regular question is, what supplement is good for me and my baby during pregnancy? I always recommend Oberon 6 because of the positive feedback I've gotten from my patients over the years. Oberon 6 contains essential minerals and vitamins necessary for the healthy development of baby and mother before, during, and after pregnancy. Give you and your baby the nutrients you deserve with Oberon 6. Oberon 6. Healthy mother, healthier baby.
Chauffeur Matu Ejo. Monto Mijo. Shondu Mwenu. Mondu Mominu. Happy toilet cleaner. Yeba. Obonara Pereni. Chauffeur Matu Ejo. Monto Mijo. Shondu Mwenu. Mondu Mominu. Happy toilet cleaner. Yeba. Obonara Pereni. Ondon Gidikan Kishero. Kishero. Da dear for dear. Flush leg. Leg. Ogaju. Amo Ado. Polisi Kokoro Aru. Adu Mwenu. Odu. Chauffeur Matu. Oh yeah. Ṣàṣà lọ ra ojúlówó Happy toilet cleaner tuntun tó wà nínú sáchẹ́ẹ̀tì kí tọ́lẹ́tì yín lè mọ́ ní ìlọ́po 10. Ó ń fọ tọ́lẹ́tì mọ́ gidi gan. Owó ẹ̀ sì mọ́ níwọ̀nba. Torí náà, máa fa àkókò ṣòfò. Tètè lọ ra Happy toilet cleaner ọlọ́gbọ̀n náírà tiẹ̀ kó o sì rówó púpọ̀ tùjọ.
Good
Good afternoon, madam.
Fresh guy. See fresh skin, fresh looks, fresh clothes, everything fresh.
Madam.
Yes?
My wife just put to bed.
Fresh baby.
Please, give me a pack of Peak yogurt drink.
No wonder.
That's right. Just refresh with Peak Yogurt Drink, which contains fresh cow milk. Peak Yogurt Drink is filled with essential vitamin and minerals.
Come on, fresh guy. This your money is not fresh, oh.
Go for you. Must go reach my peak.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Welcome back. It is still Splash 105.5 FM, and it's still the morning Splash, and we're so excited this morning. We've gone through some of the stories that made headlines this week, and we of course didn't forget the Pomo story as well, where the federal government is looking to ban Pomo in order to improve on the leather industry.
Yes, and I think Charity is never happy about that.
She loves Pomo.
Why me?
Pepe Pomo.
I love Pomo. I love Pomo. Yeah, I do. I do.
And currently has been very vocal about it too, that they can't ban Pomo.
Don't you like shoes, bags, leather?
Leather belts.
I want to see the industries first. I want to see the infrastructure that's going to process this hides.
There is actually a
into.
good. I don't know if you know about the leather fair. It happens in Lagos. It's actually by a woman that's in Ibadan here, Mrs. Femi Olayebi. She
knows about Naraguta.
Yes, and they do. They have.
What you're pointing to is privately run, small scale leather.
Yeah.
Small scale compared to what it can be on a national level. So my point is the federal government cannot say it wants to ban when it has not shown us this is where the pomo that you would have eaten would go, and this is what the byproduct will be. They haven't built that infrastructure yet. I feel like this is a typical example of putting the carts.
But
some people would disagree with you. They actually, if we go to the north as well, there are places where they have tanneries, they have functioning. But it's just because too many people want to eat pomo, so they don't. Most of the time, they also argue that we're eating our future. Leave this pomo so we can make more with our economy.
Said that
I don't agree.
Now.
I don't agree. I do not agree.
Okay. All right, so it's debatable, but we're going to leave that debate for later because we have a gentleman with us who has such an amazing experience in recent times traveling within Africa from Nigeria to Dakar. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good to
Very
be
fine.
here. Wow.
This is my first time on radio.
Really?
How does it feel?
Yes, we're glad to. Yeah, we're glad to give you that first.
Yeah, I feel tensed.
Yes. If you can drive from Nigeria to Dakar, please. Being on radio is yes.
Oh yeah.
Tofumi, I mean, it seems like you're a nomad. You seem to travel, but I mean, what brought about this traveling from Nigeria by car? I don't think we added that. People are like, okay, traveling to Dakar.
Did you fly?
By car.
Yes.
The bus, you said?
Yeah, I used the bus. Okay. Myself and like 7 of my friends, we've been planning since 2019 to do West African tour by road. But COVID came up and the sponsorship we sought out for didn't come through. So we cancelled. But we did Nigeria to Togo after lockdown by road. That was like the smoothest journey I've come. So this year, one of us just like gingers us. We have like a WhatsApp group. So he just said, let's do Dakar by road.
Okay.
I'm like, wow. So we planned in 5 days.
Right.
So we passed through Lagos to Cotonou.
Okay.
We had like 2 options route to pass through Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, but that's like a long route. So we decided to pass through Togo, Burkina Faso, Mali, then to Dakar. So that's like the shortest distance.
Dakar, Mali.
Mali. So the map told us 2 days. So we prepared our mind for 2 days, but we ended up using like 5 days.
Okay.
So
because of the stops?
Because of the stops.
Yes.
So we had to like stay over at Mali for like a night.
Okay.
To just like rest, have a breather, and So we set out 3rd of September in Lagos from Cotonou. That was in the middle of the night.
Right.
So there are buses that do like night trips like that.
Okay.
So it was like 65,000 CFA. We had to change Naira to CFA.
Yes.
So Naira has devalued now. 950 CFA to 1,000 Naira.
Wow.
So the bus set out Saturday night from Cotonou. So we got to Mali on Tuesday morning, 12 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, so we booked an accommodation. Our host came to pick us at the park. So we enjoyed Mali a little bit. Then we now set out to Dakar.
Wow.
Tell me, why are you doing a documentary or something?
So I'm a travel documentary. That's what I do.
Yes.
So that's what I do. So 2020 I said I was going to like visit all the countries in the world before 40.
Wow.
So I visited.
How old are you?
Wow.
Yes.
I'm 28. I'll be 28 next month.
You have
a lot of time.
Yeah. So I've done 7.
Nice.
7 countries already.
7 countries, yeah. So 5 is by road. Germany 4 is flight.
I'm interested in knowing what the comparison will be between our roads in Nigeria and when you crossed over to those African countries. What were the states? How would you compare? Which is better, Nigerian roads compared to these other roads that you had to drive on?
Sincerely, the roads outside are better and safer.
Better and safer. I mean, how can you tell that it's safer? You just passed through. It's not like you slept in the middle of the expressway.
Yeah, so I think I've stayed in Nigeria and the news I hear about kidnapping and all sorts.
Right.
I already like gave me that mindset that Nigeria is not safe. So while going through Benin, Togo, we had like checkpoints. So and the lifestyle of people there shows, this country is safe.
Wow.
They don't struggle, they don't hustle, they are always on their own. They don't stress like we Nigerians stress.
Wow, and this was with public transport. What you're saying, boss, wasn't like you were driving. It was public transport from Nigeria.
But if you don't like stress, I won't recommend.
Oh wow!
Because
it's stressful.
Okay, what's the stress? What are some of the challenges?
The bus that we booked from Cotonou, they showed us like a fine bus, fully air conditioned. So when we got there in the night, more like taking us to another transport company that this is the bus we are following.
What you got? Yeah.
So on getting to the bus, they like jam-packed the loads. Where I was sitting, where I was placing my leg, no leg space. The middle rows, they were jam-packed. So the loads were like more than we passengers. But because of language barrier, we like shouted at them in English, but they can't hear us.
Wow.
So we don't have choice. So we had to just like enter the bus. So we were on that bus for like 2 days.
So one of the things that you're going to encounter is the language barrier. If you don't speak French,
that was like a big barrier for us. So at some point I was speaking one word, go, come, because that's the only thing they could. That's the only thing they could understand. And the bus was sealed and the ACs were not working. So at some point they would just open the door down, breeze will come in and they lock it up again.
Ronke want to do road
so I think another thing that helped was that you just sleep and waking up, you know that you've like
closer to your destination.
So at some point I just had to sleep because I don't sleep on trips.
So you don't catch the beauty, the scenic
looking around you. I love that. That's one of
So I did that. Okay. I couldn't use my camera, so I had like a small GoPro that I was using. So they had like a good nature.
Wow, yes.
So I was able to capture all that.
The fauna.
So are you putting together?
Yeah, I have all my contents together. But in Mali, I was not able to use my drone.
Why?
Because I was locked up in Mali at the Mali border.
What happened?
Okay.
So they wanted us to pay we were leaving Mali for Senegal, so they wanted us to pay 10,000 CFA. So I'd always heard that border point is like the notorious border point because they are like violent there.
10,000 CFA.
Was that a bribe or that's what you're supposed to?
Our passport and leave their countries. So my guys were like, why are we paying 10,000?
Exactly.
What is it for? But they couldn't explain. So at some point they said the bus should go. We should drop our luggages down. So they now took me to the trunk that I should carry my bag. My guys were inside like negotiating. Yeah. So I saw my bag. I told the guy that's not my bag. So he started like taking me around. Yes. So I told him my bag was not there. So he said I was playing him. So they had to lock me up. So because of that, my guys
play.
Yeah.
What kind of play is
we actually dragged them for over 2 hours.
Wow, 2 hours.
Yes, that we're not going to pay. You know, Nigeria, I did it.
So did you eventually pay?
We paid.
Oh my goodness. After all the strong head.
Yeah, we paid because a lot of Nigerians in that bus too paid. So they were like, guys, pay, let us go.
So you have to, how much is the budget really for this kind of trip?
I budgeted like 500K. That's like 700. That's like 500K.
Half a million.
Wow.
$500,000.
Okay. This was sponsored, right?
For what else people call Yahoo.
Wow. No, but you ended up spending.
I ended up spending like 700 because I flew back.
Oh, I see.
Okay. You didn't want to take the whole.
No. I couldn't go through that. And I think my story will be sweeter me flying back.
Okay.
So I flew back.
Wow, that's interesting.
What a conclusion.
Yeah, so I flew back tonight. So I ended up spending like 700, 800 thereabouts. But our accommodation was cheap because we were like in groups.
Okay.
Would you do this again, given all that you've seen, what you experienced, the hassles, would you do it again?
Yeah, if I have a good means of transportation, I will do it.
Okay, I mean, that was where I was going. I was saying, why don't you just try, if you're going to try this, with your own bus or something?
Okay, so we are planning East Africa next year, February. So from my research, East Africa is like one of like the dopest region in Africa. So we fly to Kenya and do like road trips around Kenya, Tanzania, and all sorts.
Awesome. So where do we see this documentary when it's all put together?
On my YouTube page.
Okay.
So it will be like the first content on my YouTube.
What's your YouTube? What's it called?
Oluwaseun.
Oh, fantastic. Wow, this is lovely. I mean, I love road trips. I love adventure. So
So I also like be dedicating one of my drone shots to Splash FM. I'll frame it and send. So the meeting was impromptu, so I couldn't make the frame. So I will send it across.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well done.
Hi.
You can also follow me on my IG page,
Tofumi.
Tofumi. Yeah, that's my IG page.
So it's something, are you going to do other, maybe longer trips or other?
Yeah, I will. Like I said,
that's all the money now. It's not you.
That budget, something.
Senegal here.
700,000 naira. Okay. Wow. Yeah. For
well done. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
And I'm also looking out for sponsorship too for my trip because every of my trips have been self-funded. So I do events alongside. So I use that money to like fund my trips.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Wow, well done too for me.
Thank you very much.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So subscribe, follow him on YouTube, subscribe, and get to watch when he's put all of this together to see what traveling from Nigeria to Dakar would be like.
I mean, that's what happens when you have vision for yourself, when you have set goals for yourself and you're able to actualize it.
And you have the means. I mean, because it's one thing to have it in your head and want to, and it's another thing to actually have the financial power to make it come to pass.
Congratulations to you.
Well done.
I wish you the best, really.
Yeah.
Well done. All right. Well, that's all we have for you today as well.
I think we have time for calls.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Do we?
Yes,
Josh,
5 minutes.
Joshua, are you angry?
Exactly. I'm not.
029155155
Okay.
08256998678. If you want to make a call or two, we take one or two calls. Yes.
Hello. Good morning. Okay.
Okay. 08291551055. Maybe we'll have time for one or two calls. If you want to speak to Tofumi or you want to talk about Kumo,
yeah,
I know. Any of the other stories,
yeah, or any of the other stories that we've got. So you can take one or two calls there. 08291551055 or 08256998678.
Hello. Good morning. Okay.
What a morning.
Okay, we don't have any sound coming from.
Hello.
Okay. I'll try call back. 0809-155-1055 or 080-5699-8678 is the number to call. We had been looking at some of the stories that made headlines this week. So if there's a story that you'd like to react to, hello. Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
A good morning to you.
And to you.
My name is Koye Adile from Iworo. Oluwaseun Akinola.
Yes, sir.
I totally disagree with you that it is not in the right direction for the issue of ASU to go to court. In fact, the truth of the matter is it is ASU themselves that ought to have gone to court. The issue of closing the classroom, an end should be put to it in this country. We should give respect to the rule of law over any form of agitation whatsoever. We cannot continue like this. I was telling Chacha yesterday, we have right to protest, yes, but not to the extent of the barbarism of blockading the roadway, on fire on the roadway, disturbing the peace and tranquility of other people. It is totally wrong. Imagine somebody to be rushed to the hospital. Imagine somebody who was going to catch a flight. Imagine somebody who has an international appointment. We cannot continue like that in this country. There should be respect for the rule of law. If possible, nuns themselves should be able to go to court. You know, so when the court makes pronouncement at the end of the day and the government fails to do it, then we know what to do. So the respect must be for the court of law. We cannot continue to do things anyhow in Nigeria. That is my take. That is my take, and it will forever remain my take. We must not do things anyhow any longer.
How would you feel when this case is withdrawn from the court and they have to settle on the table again?
I didn't pick you very well.
How would you feel when this case is withdrawn from the court and they have to settle on the table?
That is what I wish the government will not do. Let's go back to our Oyo State in the first instance, the Oluwaseun case. Do you know, I wasn't happy the case was withdrawn from the court. Let the court have their way. Let the court do what is needful. Do you know our offer today, the Oluwaseun of Ibadan, is not in support of that case being taken away from court, but its hand was untwisted. It was forced.
All right.
It would have been a lot more better and dignifying if the court had made pronouncements and they have set limitations for everybody. That would have been ideal and better.
Thank you.
We should give respect to the rule of law.
All right.
Good morning.
Morning.
I guess that's all we can take for this morning.
Yeah,
time's up.
To go now.
Gotta go.
Thank you, Tofumi, for coming again. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for being a part of the show. Don't forget, Mondays, Tuesdays, you find Oluwaseun Akinola and I. On the Morning Splash on Wednesday, just Oluwaseun Akinola. On Thursday, just Charity. And then on Friday, you get 3 for the price of 1.
Sure.
I'm Ronke, Giwa, Onafuwa.
And I'm Oluwaseun Akinola. Yo, yo, yo.
Do enjoy your weekend. My name is Charity Jerome.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni lọ́jọ́ ìfúnni lábẹ́rẹ́ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fún ìdáàbòbò ara ẹni yìí, a lè ṣeré ìfẹ́ fóṣù mẹ́ta láìsí fún ìyọyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀.
Bí báwo?
Máa fa ẹran itan mi, máa sì gá abẹ́rẹ́ yìí sórí itan tí mo fà. Káde máa gbádùn ara wa lọ fóṣù mẹ́ta nìyẹn.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kẹ̀, ṣé yẹn wà nínú ẹ̀?
Kò séwu ìfẹ́ mi, abẹ́rẹ́ tíntínní ni bí eléyìí.
Àkíkà, ó ti gún kódà ó mìíràn rárá.
Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ?
Bó o bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlera fúngbà ní níyànjú fàlàyé nípa àwọn ọ̀nà mìíràn láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ẹ̀ta AG1 lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí Airtel kó o dẹ̀ tẹ ọgbọ̀n tàbí kó o lọ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára discoveryourpower.org. Ìpolówó yìí wá látọwọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bójútó ìlera ẹbí Society for Family Health pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń bójútó ètò ìlera.
For a very long time, I was in a toxic relationship with my partner. I kept making excuses. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe I need to refresh. Maybe I should log out and log in again. Maybe I need to go out and climb that tree. And maybe it's just bad. But not anymore, because I found the perfect partner. MTN Broadband. With its reliable and wide coverage, no more maybes, just goals. So, #MTN Broadband and I for life. #relationship goals.
MTN Broadband. Get yours today and enjoy internet bliss. Visit any MTN store to get yours now or visit www.mtn.ng/broadband. MTN Broadband. Data that's got you covered.
Kí o yege ní ọ̀nà àrà ohun ìyàlẹ́nu lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọ ní FIFA World Cup ní Qatar pẹ̀lú Coca-Cola ra èyíkéyìí nínú ọjà Coca-Cola tó ní ìdérí funfun yẹ kóòdù abẹ́ ìdérí náà wò kí o tẹ *8014*1 code hash ó lè jẹ̀bùn ìrìn àjò ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ FIFA World Cup ní Qatar ẹ̀bùn owó orí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ tí ó ju $250 mílíọ̀nù náírà náà wà láti jẹ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àdéhùn àti ìlànà òfin bẹ̀rù Coca-Cola òṣìṣẹ́ alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ ti FIFA World Cup FCCPC ló fún ìtẹ̀lú polongo yìí.
Arabia, a double punch of Sunday, and I'm all their queen.
An effective combination that Camosinator.